Let's now turn our attention back to the Prime Minister's US visit once again, and this time focus specifically on trade, as the two sides decided to settle 6 disputes outside the World Trade Organization. What does this reflect? Let's bring in USISPF's chief, Dr Mukesh Aghi here. Many thanks, sir, for speaking with NDTV. Now, the two sides have decided to settle 3 disputes each out of WTO. Does this show there's more trust between the two sides? And if that really is the case, are we looking forward then at the possibility of India getting its GSP status back?
So I think you have to understand those were irritants, and both sides agreed to withdraw them and to focus on the positive part of the relationship. Yes, we have, for example, tariffs on Indian steel coming into the US. Those needs to be addressed. I think GSP is not a showstopper between the relationship. When you look at the goods under GSP categories, they are the fastest rising exports from India to the United States. Yes, it'll be a good, I call the cherry on the cake, if you're able to get GSP, but that is not that critical. And there has been, I would say, there's no big push from either side to restore that, but I think there have been some discussions. So if that comes, it'll be very good.
Dr. Aghi, do you believe that much more needs to be done on trade apart from what we've already seen? US is India's largest trading partner, and trade issues, especially tariffs, have been a niggling factor between the two sides.
Well, when you look at countries such as China, its economic growth was substantially supported by export strategy. And when you look at India, we are trying to basically up the game by driving exports. And if you want a trade between India and US to be $500 billion or $1 trillion, then the export factor has to play. So the question you have to ask is, what are the impediments? Yes, you have issues on tariffs, you have issues on ease of doing business, you have issues on consistent policy making. I think those are the areas we need to focus on because the opportunity and potential as US companies de-risk their presence in China provides this opportunity to India to manufacture more, open the domestic market, but more important is leverage the growing market with the US itself and drive its GDP from 3.75 trillion to 5 trillion or 10 trillion in the short and mid-term.
All right, Dr. Aghi, many thanks for speaking to NDTV on that issue.